For dinner, I so badly needed like a really good comfort meal, so I made taco rice. Started out by adding 1.5 cups of white rice to 1 tablespoon of hot oil. Added in about a quarter piece of onion, and then I went ahead and I sauteed down my rice just until it had a slightly like golden color. Once my rice was the color I was looking for, I added in 1 whole can of tomato sauce. I stirred that around well. I wanted to make sure all of the rice was coated in the tomato sauce, and once it was, I added in 3 cups of water, or if you're gonna like double this recipe, you just want to make sure you are doubling the water to rice ratio. So for example, if you do 2 cups of rice, you want to do 4 cups of water. I added in 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon and then a little bit of salt, and I just gave this a nice stir. By the way, I've been cooking this on medium heat the entire time, so now we're going to go ahead and put our lid on and turn the heat down to low. You don't want to touch your rice at all while it's cooking. Just set a timer for 30 minutes and leave it as is. So while the rice was cooking, I went ahead and I made my taco meat. Super simple. I just took 1 pound of ground beef and then added my taco seasoning, and that was literally it. And y'all know I had to use the Kinder's one. That is my favorite taco blend. But when my rice was done, I forgot to show y'all, but I did go ahead and give it a stir. You are going to want to stir it once it's done. I took out the onions and then I added in the meat with the rice. I gave everything a good mix, and then I got out my casserole dish and layered that with my rice mixture. The toppings you put in this are completely up to you. I just like to keep mine simple, and I'll literally just do tomatoes, and then I'll top it off with a little bit of cheese, and then I'll put this in my oven and I will cook it at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. This isn't really a casserole where we're looking for the cheese on top to get brown and hard. It's more so we want it to just get a little bit bubbly and melty. That way we can mix it around and the cheese will be gooey and have like a really good cheese pool. I know you're probably thinking, so why not just add everything to the pot, including the cheese? Less dishes that way. I know what it is about cooking this recipe as like a 1-pot meal, but the tomatoes get so mushy, and that is not what I'm going for. I like for my tomatoes to have a little bit of crunch left to them. I'm so weird about textures, y'all, and mushy food. I know this looks mushy, but it is not. Something about a mushy tomato, I just can't do it. On top of my rice, I just put a little bit of taco sauce. I do some sour cream and green onions, and y'all, this is literally one of the best comfort meals ever. I'm seriously tempted to add this to a weekly rotation so we can have it once a week.